just want to be real with y'all, not just show y'all the glitz and glamours, but be honest.
Right.
It might not be as cheap as you may think. Shalom YouTube family, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the family.
So in today's video we're going to be talking about prices again, but we're going to be discussing how it might not be quite as cheap as you think it is to live here. So let's get into it.
In the past couple years, there's been a recent influx of foreigners moving to Tanzania, which in turn caused the prices to kind of skyrocket. I know we all seen people on YouTube with mansions for $350 and they got 6 or 7 bedrooms, but that's really not the case anymore. From the, I'd say, past year, prices have went up a lot. I feel like many people come out here with the expectations of getting houses that are huge for $150, $200. You should, I would say, expect to spend at least $300 to $400 on something that would be comfortable for you. You know, out here, a lot of places don't have AC. A lot of places might not have stoves or fans or microwaves. So you have to take that into consideration in the price for everywhere you're looking.
Right, so if you get a place that has all those things already,
it's gonna cost more.
It's gonna cost more.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to think about that, because yeah, you could see a house that's like, you know, $250 a month. But if it don't have no fans, no air conditioners, no stove, no refrigerator,
yeah,
you're gonna have to get all that stuff. And then too, the house is probably going to be unfurnished in general. Yeah. So then you need beds for everybody in your house. You need mattresses. Yeah. You need, you know,
everything.
Yeah, everything.
You can find places that are cheaper, but a lot of times they're further out, and you might not have access to like Ubers right away or transportation, or you won't have places where you can eat just right near you. So you have to take that into consideration when, you know, expecting to pay those type of prices. Especially
when you're just getting here and you don't have a vehicle on your own, because we have noticed in going to, you know, Shabbat services and stuff like that, that if you're going to somebody's house that is far out, sometimes the Ubers do not want to take you. They'll just cancel. Especially if it's late, if it's like at night, they not coming. Like you know, if you meet somebody and you have a driver for yourself, that's different.
But overall, you should not expect to be paying $200 or $150 for a mansion, or even $300 something for a mansion, because the prices have went up.
The next thing we're gonna discuss is internet. Yeah. The price has gone up. I usually use the Vodacom app to get more internet data so that we don't have to go anywhere. When we first got here, we were getting internet bundles for our hotspot thing. That's about how much? And it was 50,000 T shillings for 50 gigabytes. Yeah. As of probably a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, it has changed. So when I went to get it again, it was the same 50,000 T shillings, so like about $25. But it wasn't 50 gigabytes anymore, it was 37 gigabytes. You have to keep that in mind, because a lot of you coming are gonna be, you know, doing some kind of online business, something like that. Whether you're making a YouTube and you have to upload videos. So you're gonna have to think about that, because that's gonna change your budget.
I mean, we haven't been here for years and years, and we already starting to see prices go up, so that's saying something.
The next thing that we're going to talk about is gas prices. So to put fuel in your vehicle. So at the moment we don't have a car, but we take a lot of Ubers and we chit chat with the Uber driver.
and they've told us recently, probably since the new president came in office, that the gas prices have went up a lot since then. And a lot of them aren't too happy about it. Right. You have to take that into consideration when you're coming out here and getting a car, because you're going to probably have to drive around a lot to get to places and do things that you need to do out here.
It's not a large amount of money,
but it went up.
Yeah, from our consideration, but it has gone up.
I think it was about, what, 80 cents, and I'm not sure if that's about a liter or about a gallon, but we've seen on the signs there's about 80 cents. Yeah. So we're not sure what the prices were prior, but we've heard that it went up a lot.
Right, so it's just another thing showing that prices are definitely going up. Okay, now we're gonna talk about restaurant prices. So it's not an expensive thing, but it's not as cheap as you would think. So it depends on what you want to do. There, you can buy food like on the side of the road
for very cheap.
for very cheap at many places, just like all up and down the street. They're like grilling meat everywhere.
Or even would that be fruits, vegetables, or anything of that nature?
Yeah, they have bread, all kind of stuff. So those things are a lot cheaper.
You go into areas that might be more foreigners, for example, like Masaki or Oyster Bay, those prices have become very high and get very expensive because they're gearing their prices toward foreigners.
Right. So if you want to go to like a lot of like the nicer restaurants, they're going to be obviously probably not the same as prices in America. It's still going to be cheaper than that. Yeah. But it can get expensive if you
especially if you don't like have additional income coming in and you're off your savings. That's can dwindle your money down very fast. Just going to eat out in places like that.
But we are doing food reviews so that you can see which places are good, so you don't have to just go out and spend your money, And if we'll let you know.
And if y'all interested in looking at those food reviews, we're going to put a link above, and y'all can go check it out.
So in closing, we just want, we want to give you guys good information so that you can be prepared. With everything when it comes to money, it really is going to be dependent on you because like we've said in a previous video, Africa is a place where you do have the ability to negotiate. Like they don't mind negotiating with you. So if you really want to get something that's like they're telling you it's $500 and you want it for less, negotiate. We've negotiated and we've gotten things cheaper than they should be. So also, by all means, do that.
And also, just want to be real with y'all, not just show y'all the glitz and glamours, but be honest.
Right.
It might not be as cheap as you may think. Those prices, like we said before, of housing and everything has gone up. So we want you to be aware of that before coming out here.
Especially for the people that have like a lot of children and stuff. Like we know people that, come here with 3, 4, 5 children. You have to take that into consideration. Like for us, obviously, we're having the one, but we don't have any children right now. It's just us. So, we can say, oh, wow, we don't really feel like looking, we'll spend a little bit more. But if you have more mouths to feed and things like that, then you need to be like, okay, my budget needs to look a little different. Unless you have some kind of income already flourishing, whatever,
So, overall, we're just going to say this place is still cheap. You still save a lot of money coming here, moving from the West.
Right.
And it's still a great idea. By all means, come. But just be prepared, and everything on YouTube might not be exactly what it is now. In closing, we just want to say once again, thank y'all for watching this video all the way through. And if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. We love you, family. Thank you for watching. Shalom.
Shalom.